Welcome to the Nuke Zone. All right, it is Monday morning. Sorry I didn't get to y'all yesterday. I was watching NFL, so sorry. Just didn't have a lot of time. Crank this open. Week 10, CFB, baby. Man, there's a lot of big games that happen. Let's get into them. Texas and Vandy. For 3 quarters, this was just a straight up ass kicking. And then Vandy kicked ass in the fourth quarter, but it didn't matter because they still lost by 3, 34-31. Man, I told y'all whoever could run the ball would be the team that wins this game. That I thought. I couldn't have been more wrong. Arch Manning, 328 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Pavia, 365 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing. I'll give myself half credit because Vandy couldn't run the ball at all. Texas at least could. Vandy couldn't run the ball at all. Okay, their offense runs through running the football, and they got absolutely nothing done on the ground. That was a big difference in the game to me because look at this, man. Pavia, 14 for 43. Alexander, 5 for 11. Young, 4 for 7. You tell me or not if that's good. It's not. Yeah, exactly. Pavia was also sacked 6 times. And one thing I was really impressed about for Texas, Arch wasn't sacked at all. Not a single time. Arch didn't get sacked. All right. That's big for Texas, man. The offense woke up. First play on, man. Wingo, bubble screen, first play, gone. Touchdown. Just right down the sideline, man. Great play for Texas. I mean, this is a must-win game, I thought, for both teams. It always is for Texas. They lose again, they're out. Simple as that. And they still got Georgia and A&M on the road. Georgia on the road, A&M at home, sorry. And Vandy, I mean, they got Tennessee left. They can still go 10-2, but I'm not sure you get in at 10-2. Not losing to the best teams you played. But, yeah. I mean, this Texas team, Arch finally looked like what we thought we'd saw in the offseason. Like, everybody told us how great he was, and we have not seen it. I think that has more to do with the offense line. You saw this. He had time to throw. He threw for 320. He looked the part. He looked like a Manning, right? His offense line blocked up front. And Vandy has shown to get pressure on guys. I mean, so it kind of shocked me. Like, they couldn't get nothing. And Arch just kind of picked them apart. The receivers caught the ball. Mosley had a good game. And Wingo had the big touchdown. This is a great offensive game for Texas. They ran the ball decent, okay? They didn't do it great. But if you're throwing the ball like that, it's not the worst thing, okay? So, good game there for Texas. Vandy, this had to have that one. They couldn't have it. Kind of shocks me that it was that bad for 3 quarters. But, I mean, and it all came down to the onside kick at the end. That's the wild part about all this. They kick the onside, have it in their hands, and it gets punched out by your own teammate. Man, it's just unlucky. It's unlucky. It wasn't meant to be. But they got the cover. Line flipped to 3.5 right before kickoff. They got the cover. I had them at +3. It didn't work out. But, yeah. Looking forward. Texas does have Georgia on the road. That was tough, man. There is a path to victory there, though. Okay? There's a path to victory at Georgia. I don't think they do it. But it's already been done once this season. Why not another time? All right. Vandy, they got Auburn next. Auburn just fired their coach. You're at home. I think it was a 7.5-point favorite. But, yeah. Man. That was a must-win game for Vandy. They shouldn't have let that one go. They should have showed up for 3 quarters. They might have won. But, man, oh, man. Congratulations, Texas. You lived to fight another week. And Vandy, I'm sorry, but I just don't. I think it might have ended there for Vandy. I mean, I know the story, whatever. I mean, even if you go down and beat Tennessee, you're not guaranteed to get in. Because this playoff season is going to be chaotic. Okay? You control your own destiny. Just win. Simple as that. All right. Congratulations, Texas. You finally look like the team you're supposed to. All right. Versus a Power 4. OU 33-27 in Neyland over the Tennessee Volunteers. Wow. 2 big stats for me. All right. 2 picks and a fumble for Joey Aguilar. 2 picks, both returned for 37 yards, ironically. The big one, though, was 71-yard touchdown by R. Mason Thomas after the sack and fumble. Stat number 2, or actually, we're going to have 3 of them. 4 sacks for the OU defense, 8 tackles for a loss. Jeez. And then stat number 3, Tennessee, 1.8 yards per carry on the ground. Now, granted, there are sacks tied into that. 1.8 yards per carry. Let me read them off for you. Bishop, 12 carries, 38 yards. Lewis, 7 for 21. Both first one's 3.2, second one's 3. And then this one gets even better. Star Thomas, 5 carries for 10 yards. 5 carries, 10 yards. 2 yards per carry, man. 2. All right. Yeah, we're not doing that. Leave it forward. Sometimes the hair don't want to play with it. OU, on the other hand, Xavier Robinson, 16 for 115. OU had a final. Let's go. They got a running back who can run the ball now. Okay? They can run the ball with a running back. And if they can do that, this gauntlet gets a little easier. Okay? Now, beating this Tennessee defense is not really nothing to brag about, but hey, 16 for 115. Mateer adding 16 for 80. All right, their offense was non-existent in the first half for the most part, but the defense kept them in there, and then the second half, OU's offense stepped on it. All right, that was a big win. You win at Neyland that night. That was big. All right, on blackout night, they went in there on blackout night and got the win. If Mateer can get healthy, they got a gauntlet. You got Bama, you got Mizzou, LSU to finish the year. Bama on the road, the last 2 at home. There's a path to victory versus Alabama. As much as people are going to dog me for saying it, there's a path to victory, okay? If you can run the football, they got a chance because they get after the passer too. You put pressure on Ty Simpson and you run the football on offense. They have a path to victory. OU ain't out of it yet, folks. They are not out of it yet. I know they're ranked number 11. I believe Texas number 13. I think that's bullcrap. Okay? Flip them. Flip them. They should be, you can put them side by side if you want. Put Texas ahead. Texas beat them. All right? Hate the AP. Hate it. Good thing, though, we CFP rankings tomorrow, I believe. So, it's big. Dive into a few more stats real quick. Joey Aguilar, 3 for 398. Yeah. And still lost. Yeah. Tennessee just didn't look like they were there, man. The 4th and 1, I think that describes the game perfect for them. They had so much opportunity right here. And bam, you just drop it. Hit you in the face and you just fall down. You weren't ready for the moment. Simple as that. I kind of had said how I thought Mateer and Aguilar were both good, not great. Yeah. One was good. Mateer was good. Yeah, Aguilar was not. Them 2 interceptions he threw were awful, I thought. Awful. Just somebody catch it. Yeah, RSJ and Peyton Bowen caught him for 37 yards pop. Man, I said whoever I thought won the line of scrimmage would win this game, and OU won the line of scrimmage, right? Both sides of the ball. I mean, they ran the ball for almost 200 yards between their starting running back and quarterback. And Tennessee had, 31 plus 21? Or 31, yeah. So 69 yards off 19, 20, off 20-something carries. That's awful. For 1.8 yards per carry. Yeah. I know the sacks are tied into that, but there was only 4 of them. I know it seemed like a lot more. I mean, OU was after Aguilar, man, and 8 tackles for a loss. They made some plays. OU defense, I know they gave up 27. I do not care. They had one heck of a game. All right? Great game. Okay? Tennessee's offense is lethal. They're explosive, and you held them to 27. That's the way I see it. At home, you did a job. And the 3 turnovers were huge. Now OU has a gauntlet coming up. Okay? Like I said earlier, Bama, Missouri, LSU. They have a path to victory at Bama. At Bama's big. If you can somehow win that game, you're going to go 10-2 because you're going to beat Missouri and LSU at that point, I believe. And man, I mean, it's going to get chaotic, boys. It is going to get chaotic. I think a 10-2 OU team does get in. I think they do. A 10-2 Vandy does not necessarily get in. Okay? But, man, oh, man. Tennessee, on the other hand, they're out of it. Best they can do is 9-3, and I think they're going to lose more. I think they're going to lose to Florida. I'm pretty sure they got to go to the swamp. Yeah, they're losing. Heard it. They're losing to Florida. Get you a sip of that Ghost. Man, that was just a must-have game for Tennessee. They just didn't get it done. They have losses to Georgia at home in overtime. Throttled by Alabama. And honestly, they got handled just now by OU. OU handled them. Simple as that. At home. The Bama loss, you can understand more. You're on the road. But losing those two at home, man, those are big. And they lost the line of scrimmage. Both sides, they got harassed and tore up. Shout out to OU, man. Way to show up. Way to run the ball with your running back. Love to see it, man. All right, next, Florida and Georgia. Georgia coming away with a 24-20 win. Thank you, Gunnar Stockton, for taking a knee at the 1 and preserving a cover. You're a real one for that. All right? Oh, Florida, man. Florida. Everyone's going to want to talk about the ball that was caught that wasn't caught. And I'm going to just start off by saying he did catch it. And 2, Florida might win the game if they do get that call. And 3, it doesn't matter because they had so many more opportunities and they didn't take advantage of them. So stop blaming the game on one call. I hate when people do that. Don't put the game in the ref's hands. All right? If you put the game in their hands, you're probably going to lose. Take control of it. Take care of your opportunities and use them. Okay? You want to know how Florida didn't use them? Because they were 2 of 11 on third down. Jesus, I can't talk. 2 of 11 on third down. How you expect to win a game going 2 for 11 on third down? You know what Georgia was? 7 of 15, just under 50%. Yep. Lagway, 166 passing. It's not going to win games usually. Same, I mean, if you have a running back going completely off, yeah, and I thought Ball had a good game. He didn't have a great game, all right? 72 yards on 15 carries, 17 yards through the air. But 121 of Lagway's yards went to Eugene Wilson. 9 for 121. Yeah. Man. Oh, man. Florida was right there, man. Going 2 for 11 on third down is not going to get it done, okay? It was just, Chauncey Bowens, he hardly played. Then he comes in and bam, 30-something yard touchdown run. That's right, punched him right in the mouth. 9 carries for 70. Zion Branch, 10 for 112. I mean, Florida gave them opportunities to win, and they just didn't take advantage of them. They didn't take control. And they get the big call that didn't go their way, Florida. The drop, whatever you want to call it, the no catch. Okay, we'll call it the no catch. Thank Thurmont caught it, but oh well, here we are. And then they get the 4th down, they throw the out route. Corner route's open, Lag. Wide open. You make a good throw now. I get it. It's a 20-yard throw versus a 5-yard throw. It's a lot more risk involved on a 4th down, but your game's on the line. Your coach is already fired. Take those shots, man. Let it sling. But, yeah, you have nothing to lose at this point for Florida. You play with nothing to lose, okay? You're playing for yourself, for your teammates. And, like, if you like your intern coach, play for that. Just play your ass off because you had nothing to lose at this point, man. 0, okay? I'm not saying just play for yourself, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, in this day and age, dudes are going to hop in the portal. Put some film out there, man. You had nothing to lose, okay? And you just took the number 5 team in the country down to the wire. And you couldn't take advantage of it. They gave you opportunities, man. They gave you them. And you didn't do nothing with it. Okay? Can't have that. But you gave them a hell of a game. And you covered. Which is the important thing for me. But not the important thing to the rest of the world. You got to get that win. You got to go in there and beat Georgia. Man. You had all the opportunities in the world, man. You just didn't get it done. All right. North Carolina State, Georgia Tech. Wow. Paper popper stat. over 1,100 yards of offense and 84 points. NC State coming away with a win, 48-36 over Georgia Tech. I'm going to read off Haynes' stats first, because if I just told you this, not the score, you would have think they won. This man threw for 408. Haynes King, the man who runs the ball 20 times a game, puts the team on his back, threw for 408 yards and added 103 on the ground. He lost the game. You want to know why? Bailey, 340 passing, 34 rushing. Duke Scott, 24 carries, 196 yards, and added 11 through the air. NC State came to play, baby. And earlier in the week, I told you, I don't see how Georgia Tech gets in this thing, right? I mean, Georgia Tech loses this. Sorry. I was like, I don't understand. Like, why is this spread close? And then by the next show, I was like, okay, I'm backing up on it a little. Georgia Tech will win, but it could be close. And then Saturday came around, I'm like, yeah, NC State might win this game. The more and more I looked at it, and I'm not going to take credit for it. I mean, oh, man. NC State, I mean, they've beaten Virginia and they've beaten Georgia Tech. What could have been for this team, man? What could have been? They do got some playmakers, man. And they play that game without Smothers, who has been a stud this year. But, 48-36, down goes Haynes King. And this ACC... that was the one team other than Miami I thought could do something. And now they both lose. Now we got Virginia in the driver's seat. Good God. I hope this ACC, it plays itself out. But right now, man, we might get the worst possible outcome. All right? I thought it was the fourth season I had Clemson and Miami. God, I was wrong on Clemson. I think the whole world was, though, so that's okay. And Miami's... we got Georgia back now. So, yeah. For about 6 weeks, you had me fooled, Carson. You had me fooled. I was hyping you up. I was like, man. And then, bam, Georgia's back. Yeah. Good job. Anyways, NC State getting the win. That was... I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that one. That is a lot of offense. A lot of it. That's fun. That's a fun game to watch. Give me a defensive slugfest or offensive shootout. That's awesome. All right. RIP Nebraska, man. I've seen 0-28. I've seen 0-30. I'm honestly just not going to look it up and make sure, because it's... God. I'm sorry, Nebraska fans. I mean, just go find the ranked team on your schedule and just write an L. Just write an L, because Matt Rule can't beat them either. Okay? This one was tough. Okay? Y'all got the cover, but that doesn't mean nothing, right? Except your betting world. Thank you. Anyways, Dylan Raiola doesn't get hurt. I think they win this game. But you're up 14-6 at the half, and then the second half you get outscored 15-3. Sorry. He had nothing. You had no offense in the second half whatsoever, hardly. Emmett Johnson was everything to you. 19 carries, 165 yards, 180 total yards. Your defense kept their passing game in check. Mayava threw for, what is it? He completed 9 passes for 135 yards and a pick. But it came down to it. You couldn't stop the run game. Miller ran for 129. Mayava added another 65. 14-14, you fumble a snap on the screen pass. Matt Rule pointed out, so I went back and rewatched it. Sure enough, they had lead blockers. They had it all. You don't fumble the snap, you might score. The backup quarterback had to get the ball there as well. But, man, you got to feel for Dylan Raiola, broken fibula. And I see him on sideline. I thought he was about to go back in. He's sitting over there hopping around. I was like, man, I got a chance. And that's... that dude's a great teammate from what I saw there. That man could be completely wrong, but with just what I saw that night, he's a leader. He is a teammate, and man, that sucks for that man. All right. He's a dog. I hope he comes back next year and just really improves. I mean, because he's there. Nebraska just got to get everything else. I know a lot of people don't like him, whatever. I think last year's a freshman. He was a freshman quarterback, much less a senior quarterback I've seen work through his progressions. I saw that dude, first one not there, second one not there, third one not there, fourth, hitting the check down after working through all of his reads, okay? You don't see that hardly at all, Okay, use just 1, go. 2, 1, 2, go. 1, 2, check down. This man, 1 not there, 2 not there, 3 not there. Oh, here's my check down. All right. I mean, you don't get that often. Now, I know it's the schemes and everything. True freshman quarterback was working through his reads last year, and I can't find a senior in an air raid that can go past 1. He 1, 2. I mean, I think he's going to be a great quarterback. That sucks losing him for the year, man. All right, moving on. Back to the ACC. Georgia Carson Beck is back. 2 interceptions and a 26-20 loss, one of them being in overtime. Something about game on the line. This man's throwing a pick. Miami, 12 penalties for 96 yards. I guess SMU had like 4 for 40. Jennings threw for 365. They didn't really run the ball much, but I said whoever got 2 turnovers will win this game, and then I backtracked on it. I was like, oh man, Louisville got 4. They barely won. Yeah, no, SMU only needed 2. Like I said, I should have stuck with it. SMU needed 2 to win. They even gave 1 up. Still won. Didn't matter. I mean, Miami's just been so disappointing to me, man, these last few weeks. Carson Beck has 6 picks in the SMU and Louisville game combined. 6. You're not going to win football like that, man. You're just not. This Miami team was so talented, and they've just kind of crumbled here recently. And I had them as my #1 team at one point in this season. God, I look stupid now. But all the talent, you got Ruben Bain, like, just got to breathe for a minute on that, because what the hell, man? I mean, maybe they can turn it around. I personally don't even want them in the playoffs now. Keep losing. They might lose at Pitt. Keep that in mind. They'll end up beating Syracuse, but they might lose at Pitt. And the SMU, I mean, they control their own destiny. You got 1 ACC loss. ACC is chaotic, okay? Virginia, SMU, Louisville. I mean, as stupid as hell, Miami's still there. Georgia Tech. You ain't got to worry about Clemson, though. They are out of it. Don't worry about them, all right? Hopefully it cleans itself up. But, if not, we're going to have Virginia as like an 8 seed. Jesus Christ. I'll get to that in a minute. Ooh, North Texas taking down Navy 31-17. Big story, Navy had 3 turnovers. 2 for 4 in the red zone. North Texas for 5 for 5. Helmet sticker to Hawkins, the North Texas running back. Can't remember his first name, but he had 33 carries for 197 yards. 206 total. All right. But Navy, they had a turnover early in the game. They threw a pick at the end. They had another one across part of the game. Turnovers killed the game, okay? They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. They had all their chances. They just didn't execute. Simple as that. As Jimbo Fisher would love to say, they just didn't execute. You got to execute better. Horvath had 112 on the ground for his team. Oh, man. I was on Navy, but, dude, Hawkins, he came to play. He was running through them, all right? Hey, you go watch that dude. Just go watch his 33 carries and 4 touchdowns. He had himself a game. That was a big-time moment, man. I loved watching that. And even though I was going for Navy to cover, yeah. You go watch that, it'll make you not care. That dude played. He played himself a game, just running through our nation's troops. 3 turnovers. You can't win like that. 2 for 4 in the red zone. And they couldn't stop North Texas at all. Run, pass, didn't matter. All right. Well, shout out North Texas. You keep them moving. You're still alive. Now, here's a team I thought they'd be dead for the rest of the season. I thought it was over, okay? First video I made, I was like, I'm all over Arizona State. They got Leavitt, they got Tyson. They're going to go to Iowa State and win. I was sold on it. And then I figured out Leavitt's out for the year, and Tyson wasn't playing. I was like, yep, They're losing. I just pushed them to the side. I was like, yeah, Iowa State's probably going to win this game and cover. Boy, was I wrong. Jeff Sims, 177 through the air, but the big one, 228 on the ground, including an 88-yard touchdown run, an 8-yard touchdown on top of that. 24-19 win, Arizona State. At Iowa State, without your best two players. Now, I know that Iowa State ain't great or nothing, but bam, that's a statement game from Kenny Dillingham. Going there on the road at night, getting a win without his two best players, okay? His backup quarterback running for 228 yards. Hell yeah, Jeff Sims. That is great, man. Rocco Beck, they stopped him. He only had 186 through the air. Hanson did have 113 on the ground, but it didn't matter because you gave up 228 to a quarterback. Wow. That's awesome. Love that for Arizona State, man. Kind of root for them on the side, and the fact that you lose Levitt and Tyson, and then next man up mentality, man. Great. That's good for them, man. Good win. I know they're out of the playoff picture, but that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Ohio State. Yeah, poor Penn State. They're broken. Hey, it was a game there for a minute. 17-14, and then wheels just fell off the car. Okay, 38-14 win, Ohio State. Julian saying 316 through the air with 4 touchdowns, 2 of which were Jeremiah Smith, who had 6 for 123. Carnell Tate added 5 for 124 and a touchdown. Then you got Bo Jackson on the ground, 13 for 105. Ohio State continues to do what they're supposed to do, okay? Just continue to do it. Simple as that. They're supposed to beat these teams bad, and they do. They're doing what great teams do. Now, we'll see how good they are when it comes to Big Ten championship time. We'll see how good they are when they play Michigan, okay? That's the question mark. When they play Michigan, we'll see. You go to Ann Arbor. I can't wait for that game. All right. Ranked team going down. The Houston Cougars, 45-35 to West Virginia. They had 4 turnovers. They had a pick 6 when it was 24-21, make it 31-21. Wiggy had another pick. They had a fumble that led to 3 points. They muffed a punt. West Virginia ran for 246 on them. Oh, man. Houston with like a big win at Arizona State. And then, yeah, this all blew up in their face right there. All right, you can't have that. I think they rode the high off that Arizona State win. And it just didn't come ready, man. Didn't come ready. Indiana ass-kicking handed out to Maryland, 55-10. Yep. Not even going to talk about it. Notre Dame, 25-10 over Boston College. Yep. Carr threw for 299. They struggled for a majority of that game, honestly. And just kind of watch it from the side. They struggled. Jeremiah Love, 17 for 136. But he did have a 94-yard touchdown run. So how good are those stats, really? But you also had a 94-yard touchdown, so who cares, okay? Another touchdown added on top of that. Notre Dame getting the win. Bad day. Get a win. That's what great teams win on their bad days, all right? They win on their bad days, and they do what they're supposed to do. All right. We'll go with Virginia just because I've been dogging them. 31-21 over Cal. Keep in mind they had a pick 6 with 40 seconds left. And they covered off of that. Cal just couldn't do anything, man. They had 2 turnovers. Couldn't run the ball. Chandler Morris, 3 for 262. Running back at 105 on the ground. What can you do, man? I keep saying that. I mean, I was all over Virginia rooting for them all year. And now I'm to the point I'm like, these guys are like really high ranked and they're not that good. But I don't know. I think it'll work itself all out. Somebody over these next 3 should beat them. Or they just keep getting their way, man. And everything just keeps going their way and they go undefeated in the ACC. This is retarded. Why are you going to schedule a conference game if they ain't going to count? I don't care what the rules are and how many games you're supposed to play conference-wise. If you're going to schedule an extra one, you're going to count it. That's retarded. Don't schedule it then. Go play another G5 team or something. That's just retarded, man. But, I mean, I know it's fun. They're an underdog coming out. They're going to get beat eventually. Hopefully. I don't know. The ACC's weird, man. I mean, we might have Virginia as the 8th seed. Send them to College Station, man. I like that. Let my Aggies play Virginia in the playoff. That'd be nice. All right, Utah just dismantled Cincinnati. All right, Dampier, 213 in passing, 78 rushing. Davis adding the 132 off the air from Dampier, and Parker 104 on the ground. Wayshawn Parker. Yeah. Utah was 4 of 5 in the red zone. Cincinnati was 0 for 1. Hey, that's the problem. 1, you couldn't get to the red zone, and 2, when you did, you didn't score that one time. Okay, you just got steamrolled. Great win by Utah. They're metrically, as I said last video, one of the best teams in the country. And they just hadn't been able to do the job versus BYU and Tech. They did the job versus Cincinnati. Okay, they just dismantled them. All right, 2 games left that we're going to talk about. Ole Miss, South Carolina. It was 20-14. Okay. And then Ole Miss shut them out in the fourth quarter, and then it's 30-14 end. They look a little better, but Ole Miss, 258 yards rushing. Juan Lacey, 167 of them. Chambliss added the 59. Oh, Jesus. 6 sacks defensively. South Carolina didn't have 1. Both were terrible on third down. South Carolina, 3 of 13. Ole Miss was 1 of 11. And he won the game by 2 scores. Right? But Ole Miss was 5 for 5 in the red zone. I like this Ole Miss team, I'm not going to lie. I love Chambliss. They got a pass game, they got a run game. And if their defense can get after the quarterback, they got a chance, man. They got a chance. I know 6 sacks against South Carolina doesn't say much, just because it's Lenore Sellers versus the world, and you occasionally get a Nick Harbor spotting. They did just fire their OC over that. They're a few weeks too late. Yeah, I mean, I thought they should have fired him versus OU when it was... I mean, South Carolina fans know. Bye-bye, Mike Shula. Bye-bye. R.I.P. Lastly, I wanted to save this one for last. Kentucky versus Auburn. I said if Auburn lost this game, Hugh Freeze would be fired. I don't think that was a bold prediction, but they did lose, and he did get fired. All right. God. Daniels had like 104 yards passing. You got Cam Coleman on your team, and he had 32 yards. You put up 3 points at home versus Kentucky. You deserve to get fired. Okay. You completely disregarded the quarterback position. I would at least give you credit. You tried to fix it with Jackson Arnold. The problem was you didn't find anyone else. What was wrong with playing the freshman? I mean, I know I haven't read anything. He might be hurt for all I know, and I'm just talking out of my ass here. Jackson Arnold had a good game versus Baylor because their defense was absolute trash. He hadn't been able to throw the ball all year. The best game he threw it in was OU, and he still missed so many throws, you lost the game. But nope, we're going to stick with him. He was awful versus A&M. Well, we're going to stick with him. And then he had one good half versus Georgia, and he was awful after that. We're going to stick with him. It took you all the way up to the point where you're trailing 21-10 Arkansas after he threw a pick 6 to pull it. Okay, cool. Other than I know, Ashton Daniels ain't any better. I mean, I didn't think he was good or anything, but I know his upside ain't close to Arnold's. But, yeah, his floor is right there with him, and that's where they both are, the floor. If Auburn had a quarterback, man, this team could have been so good. If they had offensive line, just a decent offensive line and a quarterback, just a game. You didn't need to stud a quarterback. You need a game manager. You need a guy who can get the ball to Coleman and a guy who can get the ball to Singleton. And these other receivers, Horatio Fields, I know he got hurt. I mean, they had the talent at receiver. They had the talent at running back. Cobb is a good back. Yeah, it didn't matter. Okay, just, I mean, for their sake, I hope they get the right coach in there. But, I mean, Hugh Freeze just wasn't it for them. Man. And as an Aggie, I love it Braylon Womack's committed to them. Jace Matthews is committed to them. Slide on over to College Station, boys. I know A&M's after y'all. All right? Man, well, that was a wild week 10. Multiple teams going down. Man, and another coach gets fired. All right, man. Well, probably make another video tonight. We're going to talk about the G5 games this week. We'll see what happens. All right. Supposed to do this yesterday. Didn't get around to it. But thank you for tuning in. And the Nuke Zone is signing out.